welcome back to Play and Trade Guitars. I'm John, that's Zach behind the camera, and this is Play and Trade Guitars, where we play it and trade it. And if only this guitar could talk and tell you the stories. This is a 1981 Gibson Les Paul Custom, a Norland era Les Paul Custom, and you know, this era I've really fallen in love with. You have the Alpine White associated with Randy Rhoads, but then you also have Adam Jones of Tool playing his 1979 Silverburst Les Paul Custom, and they sound huge. They are just so balls to the wall, rock and roll, such a great sound. And this guitar is a story of a total restoration. We saved this one from the trash heap. Honestly, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Alex Gustafson of Neat Guitars. You can find him on Instagram at neat.guitars. What he did to bring this guitar to life, I'm going to show you, and it's absolutely stunning. I also want to give a big shout out to JD from Sonic Soup Pickups, who supplied these PAF style humbuckers, and you get to hear those in our demo. But this guitar spent years in an unplayable condition. Somebody, believe it or not, actually yanked the neck off this thing and had put it together in such a way that there was a gap and dowel rods attempting to hold this back together, and you can see that here in this picture. And what Alex had to do to get this right and bring it back to life included a neck reset, a complete refret after the neck reset, and then unbelievably with this faded Alpine White, he actually resprayed this and aged this to look appropriate to match the rest of the guitar. How he did all this is total guitar wizardry, and he's a luthier of just incredible skill. He actually comes from Chicago Fretworks, where he specialized in restoration of vintage instruments for some big name people as well. And now he's on his own with Neat Guitars. So if you're in need of any restoration, I cannot recommend him highly enough. All his contact info is down below. But without further ado, I'm going to show you what it took to restore this guitar to its current condition, which is 100% ready to rock. This thing feels better than ever, and it looks like it's just got such a story to tell. And I'm so pumped that this guitar has been saved from the trash. Drop a comment as we go, and let's check out the process as Alex works on this incredible Les Paul Custom. So cool. All right, so quite the amateur neck reset was originally done on this guitar, making it unplayable. There's a gap here in the neck, dowels inserted. Alex will start by scoring the putty that's been filled to get at these dowels, figure out if there's a screw in there.
It's a dowel, not a screw. Cool.
And he finds out it is in fact a wooden dowel, so uncovering the putty, he's going to be able to start to come up with a game plan here. You can see the gap still between the neck and the body there. It's crazy. So in preparation for removing the neck to reset it, he's going to need to heat up and remove these frets. So he's got a soldering iron out. He's going to start pulling this fret wire, heat this up to get these to come on out. It's amazing to watch him work, how many steps are involved in this process. He'll pull enough frets because eventually he'll have to drill into that board. First, he'll want to score around the edges of the fretboard so that when he pulls the neck away from the body, he doesn't pull any material from the body or break anything. And then, yeah, this is pretty satisfying to watch. You got the putty knife under there starting to work away at whatever glue or whatever might be there holding the neck to the body currently from the less than professional job, to put it kindly. Here comes that drill. So he's going to be drilling into this because he'll need to get an iron down there to heat the glue joint so that the set neck will come out.
I'm picking the holes that were previously here. I'm assuming they're from the previous time this guy had the neck off.
I thought that was smart to reuse the same holes so you're not putting new holes.
Hopefully that's the case.
So here come the irons. This is going to heat up the glue. It's got to get hot enough. He's got to start to work away at this neck.
Getting some pretty good flex now.
See it starting to wiggle loose, like a loose tooth here. Man. Put a little more pressure. It's getting exciting. It wants to come out, but that's a tight joint there. There we go. Let's see if that'll do it. I think he's got it. There it is. Look at that mess. Oh no. Poor guy, I feel for him when when he first saw this. Oh no.
It's that easy. Or hard. Or frustrating. Whatever you want to call it.
So there's a lot of garbage to clean out in here. And there's a lot of chip out. So let's see what we can do.
I told him if it's too big of a job when you pull the neck off, it's all right. And he said, well, once the neck's off, the neck's off.
So there's a lot of voids in here, so I'm probably gonna have to do some sort of fill. Get a nice gluable surface.
Get all that junk out of there. Make it nice and smooth for a new glue application.
Here's actually the, there's a screw left in there, and there's a hole from the other one. They screw through neck reset, so they just put screws into the back of it. It's pretty neat.
Whatever works, right?
Just cleaning off the old glue. Nice. Got some Bondo in here. So why cleaning that joint up? Cool. This is like a mix of super glue and wood glue. For the rest. Alright, here's a super close-up of all these voids. And this happened from when the first guy, like this whole section here is missing as well. When the first guy had tore it off, he probably didn't do a good enough job, and all that wood was torn out, and he just filled it in with wood glue. And he ended up gluing this front edge like down, so when you looked down the fretboard, there was a big hump coming down here. So I ended up slicing that all the way through and breaking that glue joint, and I'm gonna have to glue it back, and I'll put a flat piece there, and we'll try to get that bump, that hump out of that fretboard. Might be enough to pack all those voids.
So here he is, he's gonna fill the voids in the ebony. Kind of like how you'd patch a hardwood floor, I guess, if you had a gouge in there. This is super satisfying too. Let this dry and then start scraping it smooth. And definitely that hump, when you played the guitar prior to him taking the neck off, you could really feel that, and it caused a whole bunch of dead frets. The neck was totally misaligned. It was a mess. I love this part. Looking cleaner already. Leaving him with a nice, clean, flat, smooth surface to glue.
So this is that epoxy cleaned up a little bit. Those gaps are filled. Looks good. I'm gonna add a shim on the inside here. Clean up that chewed up stuff. Cover it up. Get a nice solid glue joint. And we can start fitting the tenon of the neck into the pocket.
Ingenious solutions for everything here. I love it. Get that shim nice and smooth. A moment of truth, right? It's probably going to be a pretty tight fit. Ideally. Maybe too tight, so shaping it a little bit, get it just right. Exactly how they do it at the factory, really. Seems to have done the trick. There we go, getting ready to clamp it.
Nice. Somewhat clean compared to what I'm working with. Alright, and then we'll double check alignment. Follow my mark here and down here. Looks pretty good. Pretty good. One-handed test. It's a very heavy guitar.
No glue yet, so tight enough of a joint to hold that weight. And now here comes the glue. Probably clamp that down tight, and yep, you'll see the excess glue start to pop through. Wipe that clean. That's what you want, though. Let it dry. Clamp it up. Wow. This just blows my mind watching all these steps. Also, the level of knowledge involved just blows my mind. There it is, glued up. So now that the neck's been reset, we've got to actually take out all the old frets. He'll take out all the old frets, put brand new ones in to make everything perfectly aligned and playable. So here come the old ones. Just removing the old ones. So fun to watch. Leaving you with an ebony board. Get that surface prepared for the new fret wire that'll go in. File down the edges, clean up the fretboard, get everything nice and clean. Scraping the fretboard, getting it perfectly clean. And then taping it up because he'll need to do the leveling and crowning and polish everything up. And just wait till you see these sparkle. Of course, he's got his own buffing wheel here. These frets just shine after this. They're beautiful. Love watching this work. My goodness. This is what you pay for when you go to a professional. When you don't try to bondo the neck back on with a few nails and dowels. Ah, beautiful. Look at those sparkle. Oh, mother of pearl block inlays, beautiful dark ebony board, brand new shining frets. And we've got everything solidly aligned, and now it's time to finish up and clean up this. And this is amazing. Watch him work when he redoes this finish. He'll sand it down. Drop a comment if you've done a major restoration like this, either yourself or taken it to somebody, and what was your experience? I'd love to hear. Remember too that all of Alex's information and contact is down in the description. And I'm telling you, he's the guy to go to if you need this type of structural work, fret work, you name it. He's the guy. We have another video. He did a headstock repair. Beautiful work. A true craftsman. Here we go, look at this. He's got his own spraying booth. First a white base coat. And what's amazing is you'll watch him work progressively darker with the tint towards the color of that faded alpine white. And I can't believe how they color match this. Here's the second coat going on. So a little more cream on top of the white. And this takes a really steady hand and a sure hand, because you can get paint drips, you can get lines, you gotta kind of follow through and be sure of yourself. This is not easy, nothing about this. And look at this, how he color matches. He had to do this custom. He got that yellowed alpine white perfect. Absolutely perfect. The last coat here. Perfectly matching that faded alpine white, that yellowed from decades of smoky bars and UV exposure and who knows. There it is. And just when you think he's done, it's looking great, but check out these finishing touches.
Sick.
You know Tom Murphy's gonna be calling. I love that. I mean, even down to cutting some finish checking, which just adds to the overall look. It fooled me when I got this guitar back. I had no idea where the new finish and old finish began or ended. And you know, that's the result of this level of attention to detail. Check that out. I mean, come on. Unreal. Those frets just kill me too, just sparkling. Man. Well, I'll tell you, Alex did an incredible job. I'm gonna plug this guitar in. Let's see how it sounds. And I also put a set of Sonic Soup pickups in here. Those are hand wound out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Thank you, JD, for sending us that set. They sound great. And I wired that up. And we'll go ahead and run this with the track. Let's do it. Absolutely mind-blowing what Alex did to bring this guitar back to life, and it just makes me so happy to save a guitar. And really, a guitar like this deserves to be played. If you've ever played a Les Paul Custom from this era, or really any Les Paul Custom, you'll understand just how incredible these beasts are. And I'm so glad to give it a new life. Drop a comment, let me know what you think of Alex's work. Have you ever attempted a restoration project on this scale? I cannot believe how it turned out. It's so incredible. Check out all of Alex's contact down below. And if you like the sound of those Sonic Soup pickups, those are hand-wound pickups done in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA, hand-wound, sonicsouppickups.com. All that information is down below. And if you're in the market for a guitar, a new Gibson, any new gear, click to buy new gear using our link. You really do help us make these demos across the channel on Play and Trade Guitars when you buy new gear using our link. And we're also giving away a Martin D28. That's right, when we hit 100,000 subscribers. To win that guitar, make sure you subscribe now, turn on notifications, and use our Gleam entry link down in the description or pinned in the comments. Thanks to everybody involved in bringing this guitar back to life. It sounds incredible, it feels incredible, and Alex, you absolutely knocked it out of the park. Get in touch with Alex if you need any restoration work for any of your guitars in your collection. We'll see you on the next demo from Play and Trade Guitars. Take care and thanks for watching.